Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl themoviebae, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review over Love Island USA season 7 episode 3. Okay, but before we I'm sorry, I just saw the thumbnail of Ace, and Ace is the show right now. But before we get to it though, I would like for you all to consider subscribing to the channel, because here on themoviebae I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that's the type of content you like, please consider hitting the subscribe button to stick around. And if you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up. And you're always welcome to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'll be down there too. Okay, let's talk about it. All right. Now let's go ahead without further ado and get into Love Bombed, y'all. Love Bombed, y'all. Now, it's after the bombshell recoupling, and as we all know, Sierra chose to couple up with Nick. Yeah, and vice versa. So the guys, all right, so the guys are sitting around having their little debrief session, and Nick is basically like, Bella wasn't really giving me anything. Like, we haven't elevated in our pairing. And I was like, it's been 2 days. How much do you expect to elevate? Now, granted, I believe him because Bella is a snooze fest. Like, I believe you. Y'all have not elevated. But it's like, I feel like they haven't elevated in any way. Like, physically, I'm pretty sure they don't talk about anything of substance. He probably doesn't even chuckle when he's with her. Like, if I'm being honest, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the conversations because they seem boring. So I believe you, Nick. I believe you, babe. Taylor talks about how he is upset at Olandria's reaction when he came to sit back down. So we all know they asked who is interested in pairing up with the new bombshell Sierra. A majority of the guys got up, all except for Jerimiah. She chose Nick. So when everybody else went to go sit back down, Taylor sits next to Olandria, and she does this little scoot. Okay, like, baby, she mad. She big mad. Oh, you's mad. All right, try to act unbothered, but you very much so bothered by it. Okay, and he's just upset at her reaction because it's a double standard. Just yesterday, was it even yesterday? Yeah, just yesterday, you were exploring your options by kissing Ace. But when I decide to explore my option by potentially coupling up with somebody else, it's a problem? We'll get to them in a little bit later. Now, Ace is sitting there encouraging everybody to get to know everybody. You don't want to be too stuck on one person. Jeremiah, I'm talking to you, bro. You need to get to know everybody. Now, every day, Ace is reminding Jeremiah that he needs to get to know everybody. Okay. I don't know whose review I was watching. If y'all happen to stumble across my channel, hey, but they stated that Ace was liking Huda's pictures prior to coming on the show. So they might not know each other, but he has definitely seen her socials and liked what he see. I personally feel like Ace is riding Jeremiah because he really wants Huda for himself. That's really what I'm thinking. And some other people on the same review or live comment section, I don't know where I was at, but they said that because Jeremiah knows Huda's social media, he probably knows she got a child, and he's telling Jeremiah like a warning, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That basket got some eggs already in it. Like, I don't know, but for whatever it is, this Ace and Jeremiah beef, I love it. I love it. This season, I was kind of hoping for the guys to fight over a girl. Granted, they're not really fighting over the girl, but I kind of did want to see some boy drama because we see the girls being petty, that's what women do. I want to see the guys get into it, okay? Yes, I'm here for that. So the girl debrief. Oh, and I skipped over Nick, not Nick, that's my baby. I skipped over Charlie and Austin. Who cares? Charlie felt embarrassed, egg on your face. I don't know what to tell you, baby. The girls debrief, okay? Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Huda doing her white woman tears. And I know she's not Caucasian, but she's still a white woman, okay? Doing her white woman tears, crying. Oh, how can she talk to me like that in front of everybody? We're supposed to be sisters. How could you make that comment in front of everybody if we supposed to be sisters. So Olandria states that, okay, because what's her name? Bella said, it kind of did come off like you doing too much. And that's exactly how I took it. If you saw my last review, that's exactly how I took it. Because I felt that Huda was doing too much. So I guess I projected my feelings onto Olandria. But Olandria said, oh no, that's not what I meant. I meant like, we'll talk about it later. Like, girl, I got the tea. We're going to talk about these dudes as soon as this little session is over. I didn't mean it like that. Let me go apologize. I didn't think I was going to be the reason for your tears. I'm sorry, girl. Boo, I thought we was going to get something from that. Am I toxic? I thought we was going to get something more interesting than a misunderstanding. But whatever. All right, so y'all already know how we get down. We're going to talk about the storylines of the episode, and then we're going to come back when the group comes back and play that little game or what have you. And then, of course, the bombshell that was just dropped at the end. And I ain't talking about Sierra and Charlie, but the bomb that was just dropped. It's Jeremiah's lap, okay? But before we get into it, let's talk about these conversations, these storylines. Taylor and Olandria. I'm going to try my best not to go off on this girl, but let's talk about it. Okay. So Taylor stated, they talk or whatever. Taylor stated that he wants the opportunity to explore other options. That's why he stood up for Sierra. Okay. Now, me and Olandria said the same thing. Like, you could have explored Sierra while still being paired with me, which is true. That is true. I do agree. He did not have to just hop on up, and say, I want to be with you, Sierra. He could have still been with Olandria and getting to know Sierra, as long as we have open communication. I 100% agree with that. However, this is where the double standard comes. You wanted to, Olandria, explore Ace with the kids. Taylor wanted to explore Sierra by recoupling. And I know where we're going wrong in this pair. They have different ways of exploring. And that comes down to personality type. That comes down to morals. That comes down to, just your ideology about how you look at things. And if you don't have that common ground, then why are y'all trying to build a relationship? I'm just saying. Because Taylor's definition of exploring is, I'm a couple up with you to get to know you. Olandria's definition of exploring is, I'm going to put my tongue down your throat. Y'all do not match, okay? But Olandria said this one thing in here that really upset me. She says, she girl, I feel like I was talking to a guy, listening to a guy talk. She said, I can't get mad at you because you're not as considerate as me. What? Bitch, well, hold on, let me do my Zoom. What? She told him, I can't get mad at you because you're not as considerate as me. Where was the consideration to how he would have felt while you was putting your tongue and throat and lips all on Ace? My boy. Ace is my boy in here. Where was your consideration for me? What? Girl, please. When they talk later on in the episode, the vibe is off. They talked about, they tried to, after that little quote, I'm pretty sure Taylor was thrown by that because his face was looking like, bitch, please. You go really put it on me, like, okay, whatever. And he, tries to drop it, tries to change the subject, start talking about love languages or what have you. I feel like the vibe is off. I feel like they will not be paired up throughout the rest of the show. That first day conversation, it was there, but it was a different energy. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely giving platonic. Like, we just cool. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes relationships are just meant to be platonic. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to everybody's favorite couple, Huda and Jerimiah. They didn't really have much until the end of this episode, but I guess I want to touch on the fact that Huda says that she feels like they are the parents of the villa. Once again, she's finding ways to talk about kids without talking about kids. Day one, she asked Olandria and Shelly, like the first thing she asked them is, what do you guys think about kids? Do you want to have a family? First thing she asked them, right? First conversation with, what's that boy name? Jerimiah. Oh yeah, I have two bad. Like, she wants to say it so bad because now she's alluding to the fact that we're the parents, mom and dad. Yeah. I feel like that would have been a good opportunity to be like, mom and dad, hi, yeah, I am a mom, I feel like that would have been a good opportunity, but whatever. But in this conversation, she says she feels like they're the parents because they are emotionally mature. I guess everybody else is just trying to figure it out, and they have already figured it out. That's funny, sis, because you still haven't told him your baggage. Yeah, I remember that Jerry Springer show, and I say it like this because some people do call it baggage, but yeah, but y'all got it all figured out. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our next pairing. We'll get back to them later. Ooh, okay. Ace is funny, bro. Like, Ace is here for a good time. Ace, y'all already know I'm not shipping Ace and Shelly whatsoever. Never have, never will. But he's good for the drama. But let's talk about what happened with Shelly this episode. Where am I, Shelly? Okay, Shelly and Austin. All right, so Austin explains. Let's entertain the fact that he is actually interested in Shelly, and let's go with the storyline, shall we? He said that he stood up to get to know Sierra because he thought that Shelly was going to stand up for Charlie, which is understood. Y'all been spending a lot of time together. I didn't really know where I stood with you, so I just kind of wanted to find a pair before you found your pair, I guess. Okay, whatever. Cool, whatever. So Shelly, the entire time, her I guess gauge on Austin is she's trying to figure out whether it's going to be platonic or romantic. Let me help you, baby. It's platonic. If that. All right, let's talk about Shelly. Oh, I guess we can talk about this. Shelly and Charlie didn't even talk this episode. Y'all want to know why? Because that man forced a kiss out of Shelly, and she was not feeling that. So, baby, hold on, let me do it. Done with you. Away with you in your uni. Okay? Let's talk about Shelly and Ace. Shelly and Ace vibe is a familiar vibe. She says it's familiar, it's comfortable. I said it's because he's black. And y'all got things in common. I'm sorry. This is no shade against interracial relationships, but the banter, the jokes, the familiarity, the comfortability that comes with being with somebody that you can identify with. No tea, no shade. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, just because it's familiar and comfortable doesn't mean it's for you, Shelly. Okay? Now, in this conversation, she says that like we have the banter, we have the first level stuff, you know what I'm saying? We have a vibe. Now I want to see if we can get to a higher level. Meanwhile, Ace in his confessional is saying that he wants to have fun. I like talking to Shelly because it's fun conversations. I don't want to talk about anything serious. I don't want it to be serious. I want to have fun. And that's the difference between a 22-year-old and a 27-year-old. She got the fun part down. We do have fun. Yes. Now what's next? Meanwhile, Ace is like, yeah, it's fun. Let's just stay here. And that's exactly why I'm not shipping them. Absolutely not. Oh, y'all. This little triangle here was so funny today. Between Ace and Sierra and Bella, they made me laugh this episode. All right. Okay. So let's talk about it. Nick and Sierra, they are so cute. Maybe I should have moved this picture closer. Nick and Sierra are so cute. Okay. And that's coming from me. And y'all know Nick is the one who I like the most in the house. And it hurts me to say that I like them together. If I was to vote for a favorite couple in the villa, it would be Nick and Sierra. They're so cute. They're fun. They're genuine. They have a good vibe. They have good conversations. I feel like Sierra is a good conversationalist, which if you're good at talking or even interested in really getting to know somebody, it's going to be easy to talk to them, ask questions, get to know them. I feel like they have something that MovieBae really could appreciate. They have a bond and a love for movies. They speak in movie banter, and I do that a lot. Yeah, so in the morning I'm making waffles. Like, I speak in movie quotes in my everyday life. So I was like, I like them together. Now let's talk about the edit. While they all cute and cuddled up together, it goes back and forth between Bella having a mental breakdown in the closet. I was like, bro, this edit is hilarious. So Bella is having her little breakdown. She says, I'm not crying over Nick. Basically, she was crying for the process, because of the process. I guess she's feeling like, that she doesn't matter, and is this really worth it? Is she gonna find somebody? Is she gonna meet somebody? How old is Bella? She like a smooth 22, 23. I can't tell people when it's time to find love, but I don't even think I should really be taking anything serious until 25. You're supposed to be getting established, having fun, living life prior to 22. I was not looking to fall in love in a fucking 22 years old. I was trying to find my shoe. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was trying to find my car. Like, I was trying to find a DD, because like I'm living life and I'm having fun. It wasn't until 24 when I realized I need to get my life together. I've just been having fun. I think it's time for me to grow up. And that was at 24. Almost 25. I was like 6 months away from being 25. I'm just saying. So Nick and Bella have a conversation today, forcibly. Nick wanted to talk to Bella, but he didn't really know when the right time was. So I'm sorry, I hurt my finger. They have a conversation, and in this conversation, she's basically upset with him because she said that he made her look like a fool. And I was like, girl, it's day 2. How much did you really invest in him? How did he make you look like a fool? Now, she continued, though, and she stated, you never communicated with me. So basically, y'all know how yesterday when he was like, oh, it's kind of 49.50, how he was talking to the 49.51, whatever, math. How when he was talking to the guys, telling them how he felt, he never relayed that information to Bella. So she was kind of blindsided. And she felt like, you embarrassed me, because I did not think that you were going to hop your up and go talk to her like that. You told me that y'all kissed. You told me y'all had fun, but I didn't think it was that serious. So I can agree with Bella on that front, because with this Love Island format, first off, I hate the Love Island format, but let's talk about it now. But with the Love Island format, I think they need to change it. Hi, my name is themoviebae. If y'all want me to be a producer, let me know. But I think I need to change this format. This is my second season watching it complete in its entirety anyhow. And the format got these kids' brains messed up. I think the format should be day 1 and 2, we partying, we vibing, we having a good time, we playing games, we getting to know everybody in the villa. We're not even going to be paired up until day 3, 4, maybe even 5. Because the first couple of days, we're just partying and getting to know each other. It's like a vacation. It's a girls trip. Okay, we out here turning up and having fun. Then, now that I've been spent time with everybody for a day or 2, now we could couple up on day 3. Okay, bombshells come in on day 5. Like, how strong is your bond? You know what I'm saying? But to make people couple up day 1, like, what? It don't make sense to me, and that's why I feel like their brains are rotted. But anyhow, Nick says, he still expresses that he has interest in Bella, and Bella know that she got interest in him, but she's trying to play hard to get. And she was like, I don't know, because I'm kind of like the cutoff queen. So I said, well, bitch, cut him off then, and you're like gonna get cut off the show. No, me out. See, let me tell you, here's my competitive side coming in. Yeah, it's about love. But you want to stick around long enough to be in the villa to meet somebody else. If you tell him it's a wrap and Charlie trying to pay you the time of day and you ain't paying him the time of day, you don't want to be in the villa. Your man could be coming next, but you need to stick around. Okay, it's called strategy. You better get to it, baby girl. You trying to play hard to get, and he already gone. You can't compete where you don't compare. Okay, let's speak on this. The conversation between Sierra and Bella had me rolling. So Sierra came over. It was Bella and Olandria. They were sitting there. Sierra comes over. He's like, hi, can I chat for a minute? Da-da-da. How's your day? Da-da-da. Long story short, Bella says that she still like Nick. This was after her conversation with Nick. She tells Sierra that I still like Nick. And then Bella was like, so, do you like anybody else? I never looked. She basically like, just still my man, and you better find somebody else to be. Interesting, Bella, because you just told him that you the cutoff queen. I don't know, that shit was funny. But Sierra was like, yeah, no, it's looking like Nick for me. So I guess we're in the same boat. I said that was funny. That was a funny little interaction to me. That was hilarious to me. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and talk about the game for this episode. I'm not going to go into details about the game, but let's talk about it. So basically it was called State Your Case. It's a numbers game, and they were putting people in order from least to greatest, like highest to lowest. Okay, it was a variety of questions, like y'all already know the usual. How many body counts do you have? How many nudes have you sent? And I'm like, who is counting how many nudes you sent? Bitch, a lot. Who's really counting? Unless you could say, oh, I've sent one nude before to this one boyfriend. Like, who is really sitting there and counting? So Austin, thousands. I feel you, baby. Like, I don't know if I sent 1,000, but like, who's counting? That's the real question. The body count, how many people have you slept with in a 24-hour span? I said, that's a new question. I don't think I've ever heard that question before. Okay. And the one question that has everybody lingering is, how many times have you told someone that you love them? All right. So the takeaways from this game, Austin and Charlie, they have this, nice guy persona on the island, but they really get around. Ill. Who's interested? Oh my gosh. Anyhow, but like I stated, the question that has everybody talking is the I love you question. How many times have you said I love you? Okay. And we find out that Jerimiah has said that he loves people, 18, 20 people, 10 people, a lot of times. Okay. Who's counting that too? Like, how many times? I get drunk and I'm like, I love you so much. Like, does that count? But anyhow, the people are worried that Jerimiah is basically love bombing Huda, because they're concerned, like, if he has said this multiple times, is he going this fast with all the girls that he talked to, or is it just me? Interesting. So a couple of the guys, Ace in particular, is also stuck on this question, and he confides in Taylor. He's like, bro, like that don't sound suspicious? You don't think that's suspicious? It's kind of like he love bombing her. No, I mean, if he say he loved everybody that he talked to, like, what makes her any different, bro? Like, I think that shit fake, bro. Taylor was like, maybe he just fall in love fast. I love Taylor. He just like, yeah, well, maybe, bro. That could just be him. Ace like, nah, bro, that's fake. That's fake. Also, Ace loves messing with Jerimiah, because when all the guys were together, Ace was asking this crazy question. No shade, it was kind of like a crazy question, but he asked it to get under Jeremiah's skin. He was like, so bro, like, it don't matter how many dudes she done slept with in a day? No? So she said the first guy didn't satisfy her, so she went to another one. You ain't worried that's gonna be you? Are you sure? But I mean, what if you are the first dude? You know what I'm saying? And you didn't satisfy her. You're not worried about that? What would you do? Jeremiah is sick of Ace. Jeremiah is sick of Ace. It's been multiple times where Ace would ask him a question or have some form of conversation with him, and Jeremiah is just like talking to him, trying not to be rude type ish. You know what I'm saying? We need Ace for the drama. We need Ace for the drama alone. Okay. Now, during the night, Huda pulls Shelly aside, and she basically kind of asks for like some advice. She says that she still hasn't told Jerimiah. Shelly's shocked. She's like, oh my God, but you still ain't told him what you ain't know. And, long story short, Bella basically is like, she's afraid of rejection. And Shelly's like, bro, rejection is rejection. Rejection, she didn't say this part. I'll say this part. Rejection is the Lord's protection. Do you hear me, though? Now, she did say this part. Regardless if you tell him now or if you tell him later, his reaction is still going to be his reaction. It doesn't matter, because it's going to be how he feels. And if he don't listen, sis, if he don't want to listen, sis, if he don't want to be with you because you have a child, then he is not your person. Hello, somebody in the back. If he does not want to be with you because you have a child, that is not the person for you. Simply put, that ain't your person. I don't know how many times I have told people this in my real life. Like, oh, he don't like kids, he don't want kids. Well, that's not the person for you. Because what you gonna do? Get rid of your child? The fuck? No. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No hard feeling. Come on, bro. So, we finally get to the end of the episode, the moment we have all been waiting for, the moment that they teased last night. Huda tells Jerimiah that she's a mom. Now, it didn't come out that easy. It did not come out that smoothly. She hesitated, she waited, but she dragged that out. She was like, I like how she started though. She was like, so what are like your deal breakers? What are your like absolutely no? If a girl has this, I can't talk to her. I think that was a very good way to start the conversation. But however, it's day 3. Y'all have the strongest bond in the house. What have y'all been talking about then? Because if y'all haven't had these type of conversations, what have y'all really been talking about that y'all bond is so strong? Huh? What? I don't know about y'all, and maybe it's because they on Love Island they didn't ask this question. But when I run into a person, when I'm getting to know a person, I'm asking a lot of questions. Do you have kids is one of those questions. Do you have kids? Do you have nieces and nephews that you treat as kids? Like, what's that? So what kind of questions are you really, y'all haven't asked about deal breakers yet? Have y'all asked about love language yet? Like, these are day 1 questions in my personal opinion. So what have y'all been talking about? Anyhow, I like that she started the conversation off like that, because he could have said kids, and I was like, oh well, damn, bro, I got a kid, so you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, she drags her feet. Well, it's something that I have so much to tell you, and you know, I don't want your opinion and your feelings to change of me. Regardless of what I tell you, I don't want that to change. And why are you looking at me like that? Don't look at me like that. Like, this is really hard for me to say. I just have such a hard time, and it's just so hard for me to say this, but I really want you to know, because I was like, damn, bitch, if you don't just tell this man, just come out with it. And for the longest, she was like, I was like, say it. Like, oh my gosh. She made it seem like, I don't know, bro. She made it seem like it was something worse than having a child that she had. Oh my good God, Jesus Lord. She tells him that she's a mom, and his first response is, at 24? I said, oh. What happened to that emotional maturity? That nigga said, at 24? Yes, people have kids at 16, Jerimiah. Where have you been? He was like, how many? He said 1. He's like, oh my gosh. He was devastated. Y'all seen the picture. Okay, baby, hands and head. Head and hand. Poor Jerimiah, he don't know what to say. And I feel like, 'cause she dragged that out so long, like, Jesus Lord, you didn't build that. You built it up. I feel like you building it up made it worse. But yeah, what do y'all think Jerimiah is going to do, you guys? What do y'all think Jerimiah is going to do? Thank you guys so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. I forgot to put my little exit. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Boom. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Be sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Meet me in the comments. I'll be there. Okay? Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be here every day for Love Island reviews. Make sure y'all tune into my shorts too, because I do my shorts immediately after the episode, and then my full review will drop the next morning. All right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.